Welcome back to the Don't Know Till You Go series. Today we're talking Krabi and not the patties. If you're going to southern Thailand, Krabi has to be on your list. If you go to Thailand at all, Krabi has to be on your list. It's a good mix of like rural Thailand. It's the worst word of all time, by the way. You get some jungles, you get like your street markets, you get really immersed in the culture, you have access to southern Thailand beaches, but don't go till you know the next 10 things I'm about to tell you. Number one, go to the Ao Nang street market. We went here and I know you're gonna get over there and you're gonna be like, can I really trust this food? Especially if you're coming from America where like street food doesn't look like this. Trust it and just know it is delicious. This is your best chance to like try a whole bunch of different cuisines from all over the nation. And they've got music, they've got carnival games. It is such a good time and we went every single night that we were in Krabi, and you probably will too because there's something new every single night. If you like Muay Thai fighting, they've got that too. They've got it all. Go here. And coming off of number one, number two, try things you've never seen before. Now, I'm not asking you to like take a raw squid, poke it with a stick and start munching on it, but just immerse yourself in the culture a little bit. Whatever you're comfortable with, make sure you're getting outside your comfort zone because that is the best way you're going to be able to actually enjoy your trip and take something home that's more than a souvenir. Number three, seems obvious, but do the boat tour, okay? These are some of the best beaches in the world. It's not overhyped. It is hyped up for a reason. Take your boat and visit some of these islands like within the PP Islands or around Krabi, and trust me, you will be blown away. Like my personal favorite that we did from Krabi was Hong Island. It is the best place in the world. I'll link the tour that we did down below because it was perfect, but it is one of the most incredible islands and places that we didn't even know about until we got to Thailand. Number four is considered highly debatable, but I'm gonna tell you to hike up to Tiger Cave Temple. It's like over 1,200 steps and they are steep and it is rough, but just do it. You are never gonna have an experience like this ever again in your life, for most people anyways. And up top, you just have this crazy view and you feel accomplished. Now, the other people in my group would say it's not worth it. For me, I had my drone, so maybe I'm biased to get some of these views, but it was so worth it. Got to see a monkey along the way, which is also cool as long as, you know, keep your distance. But it is one of those things that you are just not gonna get most other places. So it is actually like a sacred place with the ground. Like make sure you're respectful. You're gonna see a lot of monkeys, but don't be like screaming or making a lot of noise. But once you get up there, you're going to realize like how cool it is and you're gonna feel accomplished. Now, as you can see, like up, I didn't have any struggles, but on the way down, my legs were shaking like a wet dog in the ice storm, all right? Only other tip here is if you are gonna do it and it is one of the hot months, which most months are, go first thing in the morning. We were there at 6:15 a.m. and as you can see, I was still dripping sweat minutes in. Like if you're gonna go midday, don't, because you're gonna have a heat stroke. All right, take plenty of water, take a couple snacks that are like pre-wrapped or something where you can just munch on them real quick so that you don't attract monkeys, but if you can, do this. Number five, go to Riley Beach, but you only need one day. I personally wouldn't recommend staying here because you kind of have everything like in a general location. And if you were to do like a little day trip or day tour, you can kind of get around basically. Like they have a really cool like grotto restaurant. You might want to make reservations at, like it's in a cave off the beach, but you can enjoy a day at Riley Beach and be like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like I enjoyed it here, but I'm ready to go. There's some really cool cave structures like off the beach. Sit down, relax, enjoy it. Sometimes the tide goes down and you can walk to a separate island like further down the beach. Riley's really cool, shops, everything, but I just don't think you need more than one day, but definitely go. Number six, you will be relying on tuk-tuks in Krabi, so get used to it. It's something you're not comfortable with, get comfortable with it. It's gonna be a cheaper alternative, but you can also hassle. Like don't be scared to hassle, but just know that this is probably the quickest and most efficient way to get around, and it is safe. You never felt unsafe, they're everywhere, but when you see them, like if you're out in a night market or if you're anywhere downtown, just talk to them, give them your address and make sure it's the right address. One time we got taken to the wrong hotel and it is understandable. But just know that this is gonna be your quickest and easiest ways of getting around. So when you see them, maybe barter a little bit, but all in all, it's gonna be a deal. Number seven, downtown does get super touristy. As rural as Krabi is, and you have this amazing beach, kind of on the beach line of like the more popular area where you're gonna see some of the fire throwing, some of the other acts like that, just know that it might feel like Panama City a little bit. So don't like get lost there and don't get like trapped there because there's so much about Krabi that makes it phenomenal. And yeah, it's one of those things like when you're there, you do it. It's very popular. So if you're somebody that's like not as comfortable going overseas, it could be a good place for you because it's going to feel like home in some of the worst or maybe best ways for you. However, I'm just saying, like, make sure you're not spending all your time in downtown Krabi because it's not what the area really is. Number 8, watch out for monkeys, watch out for monkey poop. My wife, we were going on some railing, like under some trees, and she got a handful of monkey poop. All right, let's keep rocking. You can wash your hands, but I just hope you're not carrying 50 different kinds of diseases right now, okay? You're gonna see a lot of monkeys in Krabi, like Riley Beach. We were eating, we had to be moved tables one time because there were like literally 25 monkeys in a tree over this restaurant, and they're like, they will jump on your table and start eating your food. Obviously, they're cute. I had never seen monkeys in the wild before, so it was really cool, but make sure you're keeping your distance and just respect them, all right? It's their territory, and you don't want them to go buck wild on you. Number 9, it may push some of you outside of your comfort zone, but go ziplining. I can link the tour in the description down below, but this was some of the most fun that we had on the whole trip. I think it's like a little over 50 a person, which you might be like, that's expensive. You're gonna have 9 total different zips. But when you talk about the views, you are literally like immersed in the jungle, seeing some of the most incredible sights you've ever seen that you're seeing right now. And I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. You can go ziplining in a lot of places, but I imagine around the whole world, you're not gonna find many zipline tours like this. It was funny, it was fun. You know, you're standing on different platforms way above the ground. It can be a little nervous, but when you are in the air, there's nothing like it. It's a tour that we didn't even know about until we got to Krabi, and it's so worth it. If you're not like backpacking or budget traveling, throw this on your list. And number 10, last but not least, I wore this tank over my shirt for a reason. Visit a 7-Eleven. And when I say visit a 7-Eleven, I mean visit a 7-Eleven 3 to 4 times a day. Go buck wild. Okay, the snacks are as cheap as they say, and they are as good as they say. You think that all these influencers are like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever had just for views. They might be, but they're not wrong. There's no telling how many visits we took to a 7-Eleven. And on top of that, if you can, find a hotel or an Airbnb close to a 7-Eleven, I would prioritize it. That's another don't know till you go. Thanks for watching. Again, if you like some of these guides, hit the subscribe button. I'm posting shorts daily, but I'm also gonna be posting more long form content. Until next time, deuces.